Okay. Are you trying to be in the video? Hi friends, this is Laura, aka Lulu Sketches. Sorry for the delay. I have been out of town 4 times in the past few weeks. I'm a little bit exhausted, but we're getting through it. For today's video, I'm going to do a Q&A. I've gotten so many questions in YouTube comments, Instagram DMs. My DMs are always overflowing. I don't read Instagram DMs. I'm so sorry. I simply do not have time to read all these comments. Q&A videos are always my favorite videos to watch of YouTubers, so let me know if you enjoy these and I can do them a little more often because I know it's been a really long time. For my Q&A videos, I post one of those Ask Me Anything boxes on my Instagram stories. So if you want to submit a question for a future Q&A video, make sure to follow me over on Instagram at Lulu Sketches. That is where I post all my artwork. And before I get started, I would like to thank Squarespace for sponsoring this video. I switched my portfolio to Squarespace and I love my art portfolio now. It looks super professional. I will talk more about that later in the video, and I have a promo code in case you guys want to set up your own Squarespace portfolios. For now, let's get into the questions. Did you ever get experience or do any internships before working for studios? No. Should we avoid listening to music while drawing/painting? Absolutely not. I listen to music constantly while I'm drawing and painting, and I watch entire TV shows and movies. You should definitely multitask if you can handle it. What's a 401k? That is something you should Google. Will you ever get another Frenchie? I hope so. How do you feel about artists doing fan art? I think fan art's amazing. I love making fan art. I feel like it's a really great way to express yourself. Like if it's a TV show you love or a book you love, it's drawing something you're really passionate about, bringing something to life. Why do you draw? What do you want others to feel when looking at your art? I care about what I feel when I'm making my art. I don't create art to make others feel a certain way. A lot of the art I create, I don't even show to anyone else, so it's just for me. Which was the movie that made you say, I want to do that? Oh, Spirited Away, Howl's Moving Castle, Princess Mononoke, any Miyazaki film. I remember seeing Spirited Away. That was the first Miyazaki movie I saw, and I was just blown away. I was like, God, like I didn't know how, but I wanted to be part of that world. Part of that world. Please don't demonetize me. Disney. What's your favorite Neopet? Kugra. What's something not a lot of people know about working in the animation industry? That your experience will differ a ton based on your crew, more so than the company you work for. What made you choose Greece for your honeymoon? And how much baklava did you have? Pretty sure ever since I saw Sisterhood of the Traveling Pants, I knew I was gonna go to Santorini someday. And I hate baklava. It's so sticky and dry and too sweet. What's your favorite hobby besides art? In addition to art, I really love exercise. I love running, I love weightlifting, and I really love fashion. I actually have a fashion blog. It's Lulu B on Instagram. Yeah, I like to experiment with different fashion outfits. Do I need to know Photoshop, or is my current digital program good enough to land me a job? You need to know how to use Photoshop. What's your favorite dog breed besides Frenchies? I love a lot of dog breeds. I love me some dog breeds. Besides French Bulldogs, I love English Bulldogs, Boxers, Pit Bulls, basically all the bully breeds. Those are my favorites. What did you do when Tangled the series ended? What happens when the show you're working on ends? I got laid off. We all did. I'll explain. So even when I started at Disney 4 years ago, I knew what my end date would be. Like I knew how long this show would go for and when I need to start looking for a job again. Disney really tries to retain their artists after a show ends, so they try to find a position for you on another production, but unfortunately there weren't really any openings at the time. They found freelance for me, so I kept working at the studio for a couple different shows. One of the shows I worked for is called Owl House, and that's coming out next year. It was actually pretty convenient for me that the show was ending at that time because I needed like a month to finish planning my wedding and get married and then go on the honeymoon. And when I got back into town, I didn't want to take a job right away in TV because I really wanted to work on my feature portfolio. And then I get an email from the Steven Universe crew, and they offered me a position as a background painter. I couldn't turn down Steven Universe. I love their backgrounds. I've been following the artwork for from that show for years. So I've still been working on my feature portfolio at night, but basically I've been working for Steven Universe during the day. It's been really fun. So that's basically what I'm up to now. Which Hogwarts house are you in? Gryffindor. What animes and shows are you currently watching? The 2019 edition of Fruits Basket, the whole first season is out now and it was incredible. It's better than the original. They're actually telling the full story now from the manga, and I'm obsessed with the manga, so I was very excited. What other shows am I watching? I'm rewatching Buffy the Vampire Slayer right now, because I'm about to be her for Halloween. I'm also watching Fixer Upper Season 5. I love HGTV, and I just watched all of Fleabag. Shout out to my friend Anna, who told me to watch Fleabag. It's one of my new favorite shows of all time. Season 2 is probably the funniest season of any show that I've ever seen. I'm gonna take a quick break from questions just to tell you guys why I switched my portfolio to Squarespace. So basically, I had seen a few of my coworkers at Disney suddenly have these really beautiful, clean portfolios, and so I asked them what they were using and they recommended Squarespace to me. So this really was the perfect sponsorship for me because I've been wanting to try out Squarespace for so long. Part of the reason I had been putting off putting my portfolio on a professional website is because I figured it would be a lot of work to make it look really nice, but once I set up my Squarespace website, I realized that it did all of that for me, and all the Squarespace templates are all so clean and simple, and employers enjoy that too. They need to be able to quickly and easily navigate through your portfolio. You don't need a complicated setup. Just keep it simple, and it keeps it clean no matter like what size browser window somebody's looking at your portfolio on. Squarespace has automatic image scaling, so your art will automatically fit together like a nice puzzle no matter what size the browser window is. And the last thing that I super appreciate is how my portfolio looks whether someone's on a computer browser or on mobile. A lot of employers do look at your stuff on their phone. So I was super happy with Squarespace for that. If you guys are interested, you gotta check out Squarespace for yourself. Head to squarespace.com for a free trial, and when you're ready to launch, go to squarespace.com/LauraPrice for 10% off your first purchase of a website or domain. I will leave this link down below. Now I'll get back to answering questions. Anime you would recommend? Animes I would recommend: Fruits Basket, Maid-sama, Noragami, Kami-sama Kiss, My Hero Academia. There's probably a ton that I'm forgetting right now, but those are the ones that popped into my head. Has the wedding/marriage changed the way you look at your career or life in general? No. If you had to choose another job that didn't deal with art, what would you want to do? If I couldn't work in art, I would want to work in fashion somehow. I know that's still art related, but I'd kind of want to work in a Devil Wears Prada situation. Do you ever look up references for lighting, indoor, outdoor, etc.? Yeah, references and research are so important whether you're painting environments, designing characters. You don't have to get everything from your head. Make sure to actually look at the world around you and use that. What's your go-to snack? Ooh, popcorn. I eat popcorn daily. What time of day do you feel most productive when drawing? I feel the most productive really early in the morning. Part of that is that I feel like I have the world to myself when everyone else is sleeping. There's not distractions like social media. I also paint like really late into the night, but I feel like I'm most productive early in the morning. Does Mabel have a Halloween costume? She has 3. Basically, I bought 3 Halloween costumes for Mabel last year because I guess I was feeling, I don't know what I was feeling. Halloween-y. Last year we were Captain Hook and the alligator, and the year before that we were Mabel and Dipper Pines. So for this year she'll either be a jack-o'-lantern or a bumblebee. Haven't decided yet. If you could go back in time and work on any movie, what would it be? Spirited Away. What are your goals for the future regarding your career in animation? I definitely want to be a visual development artist for feature films. Can you give any advice for fresh grad anxiety? Deciding the next step like travel or work right away. For me, I wanted to travel right away after graduating because I feel like I wouldn't have a chance again. Once you start that full-time grind, it is very hard to stop. It's very hard to get time off to actually travel around. If you could have worked on any Disney project from the past to now, which one would it be? I would work on Tangled. What's your absolute favorite color? Green. Are there any projects you've worked on since Tangled the series ended? Steven Universe, Owl House, and one that is not announced yet at Disney. What advice would you give to people who are dealing with anxiety? I would definitely say don't be afraid to talk about it. Mental health is super important, and if you feel that it's getting so bad that it's affecting your life and your happiness, then I would definitely take action. If you think you need therapy, try a therapist. If you think you need medication, talk to your doctor. Do you find time to visit Disneyland? All 4 years I had my free pass to go to Disneyland, I only went twice. I don't like crowds. You like jazz? Are you ever worried about the stability of your job? Constantly. What's your favorite playlist, band, album, etc. to listen to while drawing? Let's see what I've been listening to lately. I've been listening to Taylor Swift's new album, Lover. What is your silliest / most irrational fear? I'm really afraid of alligators. It's just that, totally random, but what's your favorite season? Fall. Fall. Hello. Do you have advice for someone who is too intimidated to go to the gym? Yes. When I go to the gym, I just work out in the weight room, and I'm one of the only girls in there. And it can be intimidating at first. If you're unsure what to do, look up workouts that you can do before even going to the gym. Bring them on your phone or print them out on a piece of paper. Just remember that everyone is there to do their own workouts. They're gonna be thinking way more about themselves and not worried about what you're doing. So just go there with a plan, and if you're worried about making eye contact with people, what I do is I wear headphones and then I wear a baseball cap, and then nobody really talks to me. Is Lulu a nickname? Yes, it has been my nickname since preschool. My mom started calling me Lulu, and I only started going by Laura once I started working in the animation industry. So everyone I knew before moving to LA still calls me Lulu. Favorite Trader Joe's item? Cookie butter. Actually, I have a real addiction to cookie butter, so I can't buy cookie butter because I just can't stop eating it. I love their dark chocolate covered almonds that are salted, and their dark chocolate. What are you doing standing behind me? What are you doing? I also love their dark chocolate peanut butter cups and their smoky peach salsa with their black bean quinoa chips. A magical combination. Who's your favorite Doctor Who companion? Donna. How's Mabel? Good. How do you keep such a balanced life, i.e. work, life, health, and relationships? I don't get enough sleep. Do you have a plan or schedule for making personal art, or do you just fit it in whenever? I try to put it on my planner so I have times where I just work on my personal art, but usually it turns out that I just work on it whenever I can. What software? This is from my friend Taniko. He's trolling. You should check out Taniko's YouTube channel actually. He's an amazing animator. He makes amazing 2D animation tutorials. He has a ton of lessons online if you want to learn 2D animation, so I will link his channel and his tutorials down below. And that is all the questions that I have time for today. I have been answering questions for a long time. I'm sorry if I didn't get to your question. There were literally over 1,000 questions. I'll post on my Instagram story when I'm gonna do another Q&A video. Thank you guys for watching. If you enjoyed this video, please give it a thumbs up and subscribe to my channel for more videos. Bye!